Hello, today we're reacting to SSERAFIM's Celebration off of their second full-length album called Pure Flow Part 1. Now, if you look at my channel, I only have one video of SSERAFIM, and that was their Japanese single, I think it was called Different, which was a dance bop. I have not been reacting to Spaghetti, which I think came out last year. I haven't heard it. I was sick during the time, so I didn't have a chance to react to it. And they just happen every time they come out with a new song lately. Something's happening in my life. But I know of them. I am a huge fan of like the first era with Fearless and Anti-Fragile, and I'm hoping that Celebration is gonna sort of have the same self-confidence vibe. I feel like it's gonna be in the EDM because that's just where we are, but I'm excited, so let's just check it out, shall we? So we'll watch it once, just all the way through. I'm not gonna stop, and then we're gonna read the lyrics, and then we're gonna rewatch it. That's how I do it, that's how I make sense of it. So let's just... It feels AI. No judgment, but... It feels eerie. Oh. Okay, my girls. Sakura? Hello. Oh, I love the voices. SSERAFIM all the way. Oh, who's this? What the fuck? One. Fearless 2.0. Katsuya. Are we gonna get a dance break?
Bring it back now.
Oh, I love the voices. Raise your glass. Okay. Okay, you know what? For almost the entirety of the video, I'm like, why is there a zombie? But I feel like it clicked at the end. It clicked, and maybe I'm stupid, but it clicked at me at the end. And I'm kind of right. It still is holding up that sort of self-confidence themes that I appreciate about SSERAFIM. My immediate reaction, and the lyrics didn't pick up a lot of it, but I feel like the song is about embracing your insecurities. From the music video, right? There's a zombie who's being chased by these, you know, pretty conventionally attractive girls who are the 5 members. And at the end, they showcase, I guess, like a hidden insecurity of theirs. I think Yoonjin was, she had the hand, whatever, right? So it's like embracing your fears, your insecurities, and you saw that the zombie guy kind of got happy at the end because he was running from his insecurities, and then when he finally went head to head with them, he was embraced. He found his community and they started to celebrate and dance, which is very similar to Anti-Fragile, very similar to Fearless. I think it sort of follows the same boosting part to it. I don't know why it's giving soccer vibes. And I'm going to not say soccer. I'm sorry. Why is it giving football vibes? Because I'm not American. Like, it just feels like it's, I'm at the foot, and like, it's the World Cup. It's going to be a World Cup theme song. Like, and that's not a compliment. I don't watch football, but it's giving the football. And maybe it's like the European EDM beat that's entrapped in this song that just makes me think of the past and the World Cup and football and the European Cup. So Sakura says in the beginning, time to celebrate. The refrain is then Kasua, who says, hey, for you and me, newly born, cheers, oh. Yunjin then says, hey, the faith that bloomed through painful times. So I feel like this could mean two things, and I've spoken about this so many times on my channel, but I don't even care that I repeat myself. But if you listen to Taylor Swift, or if you don't listen to Taylor Swift, she has a song called Soon You'll Get Better. And the song is essentially about her sick mother. And in the song, she sings about that when humans are in the most pain, they turn to God, right? That even the atheist who doesn't believe in God will pray to God for a miracle to happen if they're in an unfathomable situation or a very painful time. That could be the faithful that they're talking about. I think they might be talking about believing in yourself. And I know that SSERAFIM has experienced an excruciating amount of hate. Honestly, since I can't even remember, like, I just feel like it's a thing with girl groups at the moment. I think it like peaked and still is happening with their Coachella performance. Haven't even watched it. Don't know why people are being so hateful towards the girls, but it could also be, right, like through this hate that they have received, they have bloomed in confidence, not the confidence of like, I'm the best, but confidence in this is who we are, and they are starting to believe more in themselves, if that makes sense. So in the chorus, Sakura goes, turn up to celebrate, turn up to celebrate, we're gonna run again. Yunche then says, time to celebrate, time to celebrate. Seraphim on the way. I mean, I heard that, I clocked that. I like, because Seraphim is the anagram of fearless. So it's kind of a nice, iconic way to introduce Seraphim, which is them, but also the concept of being fearless all the way. In the first verse, and this is also the only verse of the song, I didn't know that until I looked up the lyrics, it's kind of crazy, but it is also an EDM song. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the EDM scene, but there doesn't tend to be a lot of like there's depth in the lyrics, but there's not a lot of depth in like, bridges and things like this. It's very repetitive, but it carries a deeper meaning when you look into it. But in the one and only verse, Kasuwa says, it's time to say goodbye to me who had no fear. No fakes, no more, no. Congratulations to my new version who now faces anxiety on. And I love that because something that I remember from the Fearless era was, right, like they were really, both with Anti-Fragile and Fearless, they were embracing this image of, I am so confident. Nothing can tear me down. I'm anti-fragile. I'm fearless. And then in their first full album, and I don't remember the song, but they really start talking about maybe I am fearless, or maybe I do have fears. Maybe I am not as externally confident as I have portrayed myself to be. And that's the fearless part. And they're kind of saying the same thing here, right? Like she's saying it's time to say goodbye to someone who had no fears, right? Because that person doesn't exist. Everyone has fears. It's just one embraces them, deals with them, and the other hides them and doesn't deal with them. And we see that in the music video too, right? The guy who's running away, even the girls, right? They're not necessarily showing their fears up until the end of the song. And I love it, right? Congratulations to my new version who now faces anxiety. Y'all, you can run from fear and panic and anxiety. You can drink, you can do drugs, you can have sex, you can do whatever it is to avoid those emotions. but they will eventually come up. And you have to deal with them. You have to sit in discomfort. You have to sit in the uncomfortable reality that sometimes life sucks and sometimes there is anxiety. For a lot of us, it's a lot of the time, for example, now it's Sunday. I feel anxious about going to work. I could do some things that I regret, but I'm not going to because I'm embracing and dealing with the fact. And I don't think they're saying we're embracing the anxiety, but she's saying we're phasing them, right? Like we're trying to deal with them. We're trying to be honest with our emotions. Chaewon then says, holding scared hands? Y'all, I'm so stupid, and English is not my first language, but she is saying holding scarred hands. Keep stepping. We found each other within the fear. For our sisters, sing along. This is Fearless 2.0. Okay, we're gonna shoot back to what was it, 2022, 2021, whenever that came out. And scarred hands, right? Wounds. We've gone through something as a unit, as sisters, as girls, but they found each other within the fear. And it's interesting because they're not saying that they found themselves, but they almost are saying that we actually got closer through this battle, this turmoil, this hate that they went through. And I love the shout out, right? Fearless. I feel like at the time it was sort of, a lot of people hated it, a lot of people loved it. I loved it. What was wrong with it? Besides the controversy that had nothing to do with the song. The song is a bop and a half, and they followed that up with Anti-Fragile. Anti-fragile. Like, it's iconic. And the refrain here is different than the first one, but Yoonjin says, hey, the faith that bloomed from broken wounds. Sakura then says, hey, raise your glass to the heart that never crumbled. I like the switch up here, right? The broken wounds, I don't think is like an actual physical wound, right? It's like the emotional pain, the spiritual pain, whatever that they go through. And I love that Sakura says, raise your glass to the heart that never crumbled. They never gave up, right? Their heart is still beating. They're still, right? They're not running from the anxieties. They are embracing them. They are facing them. They are going, and the glass is, you got to drink a little bit to celebrate. You gotta have your champagne, your wine, your apple juice if you're, a non-alcoholic that like to cheers. So I like it, right? It's embracing that celebration aspect of it. So we're gonna watch it again. There is one thing that I want to say that it honestly pisses me off. This song came out a few days ago. I was not home, so I did not have time to react to it. But I am on social media, right? I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, I'm on, the apps. Why? And it's something that I hate, and it's something that I started to do less of, but I hate how biased people are with new music. Because I did see some people tweet and make TikToks about the SSERAFIM, and they were saying celebration is the downfall of them. This means that they're over, they're blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, you went into watching that video like wanting that takeaway. Because a lot of people's like, oh, the SSERAFIM has changed so much. I'm like, they are pretty damn straight the same people that I remember listening to like 3-4 years ago, just like more mature. The song I thought I liked a lot better than I initially thought, and the reason I didn't think I would like it is because of people online, and it pisses me off for 2 reasons, right? I'm weak, I admit it. I see someone have a thought about a song, I'm like, yes. And then someone says the exact opposite, and I'll be like, you know what? Yes. Like, I'm very good at admitting, like, I just get so easily influenced by what other people think, and it's something that makes me not want to go on social media when new music comes out. Like, I'm a fan of Taylor Swift. Like, when she releases anything, people are up in our throats, and I'm like, oh, but you gotta have a point, but also, who the fuck are you? Like, why are you here? If you don't like SSERAFIM, why are you listening to SSERAFIM? Like, it confuses me why people don't like an artist, then listens to their music to hate. Like, girl, it like, how miserable are we? Sorry, I just had to get it off my chest. Because it also, most of the time happens with girl groups and women. So it pisses me off. But let's just watch it and let's celebrate. And I like the music video. Obviously, we never know if there's AI. I don't want that to be the discussion. I do wish there wasn't, and if there isn't, I think it's a great video. If there is AI, it's still a good video. So he comes home, and like, he's hiding, he's masking. This perfect hair, the pale skin, the blue eyes, white. He kind of looks like the actor from Squid Game. And I've never watched Squid Game, but he kind of looks like him. And he's exhausted, as I would too. Can we? They look. Yoonjae is an adult, isn't she? I'm like, they look incredible. I love their fits. I love the vision. I love the eye makeup. I love Sakura's like blush on the. I'm not a fashion designer, but I love their makeup. I love the piercings on Yoonjae. All of it. Oh. So there's something here, right? There's a cake. We're wanting to celebrate, but then we cut it up with a chainsaw. Like there's definitely some like some paradoxical meanings or like contrasting symbolism that I am way too tired to decipher at the moment, but there is that right, a cake is a celebration of something, a chainsaw is the destruction of something. Like there is that dichotomy that the main character, the zombie guy, is like dealing with, right? And they are like emotional-less, right? Sakura and I think it was Chaewon, they're very like they don't have any emotions in their faces, right? Like maybe they're not facing their anxieties at the moment, right? Look. Why am I thinking they're gonna say time to celebrate, celebrate? And celery is healthy for you. You know, detox. She looks incredible. Incredible. Sakura, she looks incredible. I'm European. As a European, we love some EDM music. It is nostalgic to me, and it's football-esque. And that's not a compliment, it's a compliment. It sounds so. The vocals are really great. The music video is chaotic, but I'm loving. Who is this? I'm gonna look at who it is because she deserves some praise. It was Kazuha, I think. I also like the English translation here versus when I translated myself, right? Like, who took on the uncertainty, right? So, like, they didn't know whether they were going to succeed or not, but they kept hoping and they kept persevering. Why did she show up under the lattice? Kind of reminds me of that cabbage man in Avatar. She's eerie. I will say, get rid of the socks. Those yellow socks, it makes you look like a chicken. But if you want to look like a chicken, I will support you. I'm not a hater.
Bring it back now.
We got a little booty. That's kind of cute. Right? So she's breaking free. Gorgeous, beautiful, angelic, and the green. I know it's supposed to give alien, but I immediately thought of Shrek, and I love Shrek. Right, but they're different. That they're one. We're all the same kind of message, right? It's a creature party. Welcome to the creature party. Invitation to the creature party, a celebration of the strange. No fakes, no more, and keep celebrating, I guess it is. Yeah, so, right. Let's embrace the weirdos and the freaks. He's smiling. Why are his teeth so damn white? But why do we have... Okay, something that I do wish that maybe we also included was the difference in body types. Because why are all the shirtless, muscular, attractive guys up front? I want the weirdos. I want different body types. I want to feel free. You know? And I also want to make a point. I did not say, or at least mean, that people who do not look like that are weirdos. Okay? I just feel like in terms of the song, I think that there is a lot about, right, like insecurities. A lot of the insecurities they're portraying, right, are obscure, right? No one's actually an alien or actually a zombie. But it could have been nice to also showcase real insecurities of, you know, things that people might be struggling with that they I can't speak, but I hopefully you guys know what I mean. And we're just partying in a house. I like it too, right? Like, obviously, towards the end of the music video, they're partying on another planet, they're having fun, but it's all happening inside of the comfort of their home, meaning that the guy didn't necessarily open up to the world. He opened up to a community of people who are like him, who he can trust. So he still, tomorrow morning, puts on his masks and goes to work. But the difference is that when he comes home, he has the security and the safety. So he doesn't necessarily look so exhausted as he did in the beginning, which I really appreciate. Y'all, I like the song. It's a Bob and an EDM. I'm so frustrated at social media, honestly. It pisses me off. At the end of the day, to me, there is 5 young girls in this group who have dreams of performing, who have dreams of making a difference or being an artist, and there are a lot of different ways to be an artist. And the way that conversations around this group and other groups have evolved over the last, I would say 2 years, 3 years, is just, it frustrates me. And I am for the people, so I will always support the groups. I will always support, especially the girls. I think the scrutiny, there's a difference, and a quote that I really like is, honesty without kindness is just brutality. And a lot of people hide behind this, I'm just honest, I'm just critiquing them. Yeah, but if you're being a dick about it, you're just being a mean girl. And there is 2 different types of mean girls, and this is not the cool one. This is not the one that wears, you know, pink on Wednesdays. This is just awful behavior. Like, awful behavior. I think there's always going to be space for criticism, but to the scale and the approach and the way that people did it with this group and so many other groups in today's world, it pisses me off. And I feel like that's also what the song is about, right? There is going to be people that's going to make you... I'm sure that these girls are anxious about facing the world sometimes, because damn, we are cruel. Damn, the world is cruel. But as the song states, we're going to do it anyway. And we're going to raise a glass because we're brave. We continue to pursue our dreams. We continue to grow. And we're going to have fun while doing it. That's the celebration of it. I liked it. I'm excited for their first full album, which I will check out. And it's been a while. Maybe I should even check out Spaghetti. I haven't heard it. I don't know what it could be about. Spaghetti? Like noodles? I have no idea. But I want to check out Pure Flow Part 1. I am fond of their B-sides, at least from their first album and their first few EPs. So I think it could be interesting and just see how much they've grown over the last few years. But what did you guys think about the song? Do you guys feel like they've changed? Do you guys like the song? Are you guys EDM fans? My fellow Europeans, if there are anyone there, I feel like we could bop to this song. But let me know what you think. I'm super excited to check out their full length album, and I'll see you soon.